Hi Professor, today we are going to talk about final group project and Samsung Electronics is our company we choose and our group includes 6 members and Phan Hang, Nguyễn Thị Diễm Sương, Phan Thu Hang, Vo Thi Tu Vy, Hoang Quoc Binh and me, Lê Thị Thao. And this is our content that we discussed today. The first one I talk about executive summary. Samsung Electronics, the cluster firm of the Samsung shareholders leads the right, accounting for 52.8% of the group total value due to some circular ownership. Samsung is a major producer of electronic components for companies like Apple, Sony, and Nokia, including lithium-ion battery, semiconductor, processor, flash memory, and hard disk devices. It's the world's largest manufacturer of mobile phone and smartphone, with the success of the Samsung Galaxy brand of devices, which began with the original Samsung Soulstick. The corporation is also a big seller of tablets, particularly its Android-powered Samsung Galaxy top line, and is credited with pioneering the public market. And which is the Samsung Galaxy look like of the smartphone. It has also created smartphone with a 5th generation capability and foldable phone. And Samsung is the world's largest consumer electronic and semiconductor manufacturer in terms of revenue, as we see in this chart. And Samsung has consistently lost market share to China manufacturer at Huawei, Xiaomi, Apple in the low and mid-range segment, while Apple continue to put pressure on the high-end segment. However, Samsung were no longer concerned about strong competition from Chinese phone maker Huawei by 2020, thanks to the US response to this phone maker. So this year, Samsung has also tested to reclaim the middle market by continuing to release devices with a wide range of expectational feature at a reasonable price. And next, I will talk about introduction Samsung Electronics. Samsung Electronics, based in Suwon, South Korea, is South Korean multinational electronic corporation. It is a notable Samsung industrial affiliate. It was founded by Lee Byung-chul when Samsung began enter the electronic sector in 1969, and Binh is the chairman of the board, and major industries are electronics, semiconductor, and home appliance. And Samsung Electronics have 2,041 subsidiaries all over the world that are in charge of sale and production. There are 29 consolidated subsidiaries in Korea and 2012 unlisted overseas subsidiaries for product manufacturing, sale, and R&D, specifically 55 subsidiaries in North America, 75 in Europe and 6, and 19 in the Middle East and Africa, 30 subsidiaries in Asia except China, and 33 subsidiaries in China. And the company business is divided into 4 sections: computer, handphone, and network system, digital camera, and other products are made by the information technology and mobile communication section. device solution manufacturer, semiconductor and display component, such as dynamite, random access memory, flash memory, thin film transistor, liquid crystal display, and other components. Uh, color television and monitor, printer, air condition, refrigerator, and laundry machine are among the products manufactured by the consumer electronic industry. And Harman make a head unit, infotainment, telematic, and speaker among other things. The company sells its product both in the United States and internationally. Vision statement. Uh, Inspire the world, create the future. Samsung vision statement is succinct and straightforward. It satisfies all the standards for a vision statement because it reflects the company overall purpose for a long time. It's the appearance that the company mission is to improve people's lives around the world by proving digital experience through innovative technology and product. Furthermore, Samsung wish to become a global purpose brand with a more cutting-edge product, as well as a firm known being innovative and constantly updating cutting-edge technology. Until now, Samsung has succeeded in relying its objective through the following accomplishment. It went from a corporation with no rank to one of the more well-known brands in the world. Samsung is a multinational firm with office on six of the seven continents and operation in 74 countries. And according to the Forbes 2021 Global 2000 ranking, Samsung was rated 11 on the list of world's largest public corporation, while Samsung ranked second in the world's largest technology, only behind Apple. The mission statement reads: Inspire the world with our innovative technology, product, and design that enrich people's life and contribute to social prosperity by creating a new future. Samsung mission statement is more detailed, focused on the company competitive strategy. In particular, the statement strives to inspire the globe, and the organization aspires to improve people's life and societal prosperity all around the world. Furthermore, this mission statement covers the fundamental of competitiveness as well as Samsung competitive advantage, innovative technology, product, and design are the company competitive advantage and differentiator from other competitor, allowing it to is to try in the high-tech business. And furthermore, the statement highlights that this organization is primarily focused on ideal as its employee and prioritize innovation. And besides, it is likely that Samsung declines its social duty through enhancing life and contributing to social prosperity. The board of directors. Samsung Electronics board of directors consists of 11 members, including five executive directors and six independent directors. And uh, this is executive director include five members and independent director. And the next part, historic performance. Uh, the first one. The end of 2019 is probably a historic milestone for the development of business activity of Samsung Electronics because of the sudden appearance of the COVID-19 pandemic. Korea and China and many other countries have been severely impacted by the nation's economy and which have also impacted the production and consumption market for Samsung products up to this point. And based on the data from Statista.com, we got the annual revenue of Samsung Electronics global revenue from 2005 to 2020. Um, we can note that the global revenue Samsung Electronics makes every year is growing, except for 2019. In 2020, Samsung Electronics record a revenue of around 2,037 trillion South Korean won, approximately 200 billion US dollar. And compare with the number of the global revenue between 2019, about 230 trillion. However, the revenue in 2019 were 243 trillion, which were significantly higher than revenue in 2020. And the major of the company's revenue come from the device solution division and the consumer electronic division. About profits, based on the business reports of Samsung Electronics in 2018 and 2020, we got the considered statement profits or loss of the fiscal year 2020, 2019, 2018, and 2017. As we can see in the document of consolidated income statement F20 and F18, the profits in fiscal year 20 and 19, which is 22,370 million US dollar and 18,415 million US dollar respectively. To see fiscal year 9 and 18 and 17, the number of the profits is approximately 2 times higher than fiscal year 20 and fiscal year 19. As we can see the profits in fiscal year 18 and 17 in this chart. And about cash flow, based on the consolidated statement of cash flow fiscal year 20, we can see the number of cash flow from business operation in fiscal year 20 and fiscal year 19 is positive, which means Samsung Electronics Corporation is earning money, and the cash flow is investing and investing activity and is negative mean Samsung Electronics Corporation makes their business bigger and earn more profits. And the last one, market share. As the world leading smartphone manufacturer, Samsung control approximately 21% of the global market with its popular Galaxy S series of phone, which competes directly with the product of closest rival at Apple, Xiaomi, and Huawei. Samsung 19% market share in quarter four 2020 were also added by tablet, with a significant presence in the display manufacturer since 2008. and H with a 20% market share of worldwide LCD TV in 2017 and 2018. It's also overlooked a long-time industry leader Intel to claim to top spot and with a market share of more than 30%. It is a global leader in NAND flash memory. And next part will be presented by Binh.
Thanks, Thao, for introducing me, and I would like to tell you about the gross profit margin. Based on the formula of the gross profit margin, we could see that why the cost of goods sold is stable throughout the time. However, the things that the factors that make this the gross profit margin become changeable is the net sales as it relate to the profits of the company, or it could be able to take form of revenue. As you could see on the screen right now is the gross profit margin of Samsung Electronic based on quarters. And most recently, the second quarter of 2021, Samsung had made this rate to 41.79%. However, looking back to the last 5 years, Samsung has reached its peak in the first quarter of 2018 with the level of 47.31%, while it reached the lowest of 35.5% in the third quarters of 2019. However, the the most remarkable things I want you to notice is during the period of 2020, because in this year we all know that the pandemic has plagued the whole world, and it has destroyed many businesses. However, Samsung has been able to manage its gross profit margin rate to increase constantly during the tough time. I mean, what I'm relating to 2020, and the first one is the event of shutdown. So we all know that many countries, cities around the world had been locked down or shut down due to the spread of coronavirus. And why people have to stay at home, they need to telecommute, and why students had to attend to virtual classes. So why the first quarter hadn't affected mostly on our daily lives. However, we could see the effect on our lives in the second and the third quarter, since the demand of technological devices increased significantly. Besides, Samsung also offset their revenue by the launch of Samsung Galaxy S21 series. So this is a new line of smartphone, and we all know that Samsung is a major competitor of Apple. So they has taken the advantage of this launch to attract more customer and to increase their revenue as well. For the next part is about new product growth. We all know that Samsung has been long famous for manufacturing technological devices in various sectors, namely mobile, computing, television, audio, and home appliances. And most recently, this company has reviewed their ambition in the future via at the consumer electronic shows. And according to the statement of Sebastian Suong, the president and head of Samsung Research, he said that our world looks different, and many of you have been faced with a new reality one, where among other things, your home has taken on a greater significance, meaning that they want to concentrate on house appliances, and they use 3 different ideas to advance their own technology. The first one is creating more intimate and personalized user experiences. The second one is bringing AI and robots to daily life, including housekeeping, and the final one is technology for a better future. And in terms of creating more intimate and personalized user experiences, the first product is Samsung Bespoke for door flags. This is at first sight you could be able to think that this is just a normal refrige. However, it has been attached with new beverage centers, giving quick access to a quarter dispenser and automatically fill quarter pitcher. And besides, it also comes equipped with a dual auto ice maker, which makes not only regular cube ice but also smaller ice bites to suit different preferences for cold beverages. So meaning that it is aimed to make the life of people become more convenient. The second product is about the 110-inch micro LED. This is the huge television features itself, lit in organic LED with a slim and nearly bezel-less infinity screen design that seamlessly blends into the living space, meaning it makes itself become more natural with our home or our house. Besides, it also adds for view or so-called quad view. With this service, the customer or the user could be able to do various things on one screen, meaning that while they could be able to stream tutorial, they could be able to watch sport or video game at the same time. The final one is about the smart things cooking, and this product is taken as a form of a service, and it is designed to make culinary preparation seamless. And based on the um, based on the function of this service, it could give the instruction or recipe for the customer who uses to make their dishes become more healthily. Besides, it is also attached with an automatic meal planner powered by Food AI to recommend meals for the user throughout the week. And it also responsible for making shopping lists with proper ingredients based on customer demands. And it also connects to grocery retailers for one-stop shopping straight from family hub, refrigerator, or mobile screen. So currently, this service can be able to install on the phone of the user, or it could be able to install to the family hub refrigerator, which is a fridge produced by Samsung. For the second idea is about bringing AI and robots to daily life, including housekeeping. There are three different products that has been introduced this in the Consumer Electronics Show. The first one is about Checkbox 90 AIs. The second one is Samsung Bot Care, or and the third one is the Samsung Bot Handy. However, I would like to focus on Bot Care because Checkbot 90 AI plays as a cleaner, as an automatic cleaner, while Bot Handy would use an equipment take as a form of a hand to do the housework, and it also be able to assess the weight, the height, or the form of the objects that it is likely to pick. However, in terms of board care, this piece of device could be able to monitor and analyze the behavior or the demand of the user. So from a point of view, it's somehow similar to the Alexa of Amazon. So by this way, the launch of bot care in the future would trigger the competition between Amazon and Samsung in the way they use the artificial intelligence into analyzing the customer behaviors. For the final idea, I would like to tell you about the technology for a better future. And in this idea, Samsung has introduced many projects that it is likely to impeach in the near future to overcome the challenges to create a more sustainable and more better future. So for there are three different projects that are remarkable to me the most, including Galaxy Upcycling, TV Echo Packaging, and So for Tomorrow. In terms of Galaxy Upcycling, this project would have the consumer or the user knows the ideas how to reuse or recycle the technological products when it is out of use. For the second part, for the second project is so for tomorrow. It will take the ideas from many students or many young people around the world to conduct this idea in reality to improve their own community. Why the eco TV eco packaging is the things that um, Samsung would use the package, I mean the paper, that the coverage of its own products to create different things for search for different uses in our daily lives. In terms of inventory turnover, this rate would means how much time Samsung has to sell the inventory in the market, and the ratio of inventory turnover is high, means demand is high as well. Since this level has been depicted only in numbers, in its report, I would like to use their own report, most recently in 2020, to say in this presentation. So according to the 2020 business report of Samsung, the ratio inventory turnover in 2018 was 4.9, while in 2019 was 5.3, and finally in 2020 this ratio dropped back to 4.9. So the as you might wonder that it also has its own formula. However, I have conducted my researches. However, I couldn't find the specific numbers in this detail to create a formula. So it would be better off to use the number directly, which was calculated by Samsung itself, as it would be more reliable. In terms of strategic and sustainable goals, I would like to focus mostly on sustainable goals because the strategic objectives has been mentioned by Thao. So in Samsung, they has its own sustainability management system, and this system would base on the three different factors, including social impact, value chains, or core values, to create the value of Samsung sustainability uh, to to create economic values and social values. So we all know that even though Samsung might do their own business, however, they also has to take the responsibility of creating a good state of the environment or the society as well. So even though to reach the state of sustainability would require two value, first one is social value creation, and for the second one is economic value creation. However, the base to create the economic value creation must rely on the social value creation first. So Samsung has partnered with the United Nations to stick closely the Sustainable Development Goals. So to ensure 17 the 17 targets, they could be able to realize or notice the things that has been lacked the most in the society. So from that point, it would turn the that lack into the opportunity for the company or the corporation to improve its products or to improve its services. And from that point, it could be able to have the UN to reach the demand to put an end of each goals more easily. As I mentioned before, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals has been become a benchmark for Samsung to stick to it to realize the opportunity in doing the business as well as uses as a way to improve the social needs as well. So Samsung themselves has created an app named Samsung Global Apps, Global Words app. I'm sorry. So in this app, they are likely to use three different procedure from knows the goals before get the facts and monitor donation. The first one, know the goals. Why? Because different users they might live in different places. So in their society or based on their preferences. They might like or they might gravitate toward to different goals. So from that point, Samsung, this app could get the facts to show to this user, and from that point, they could be able to to make payment in the form of donation. And I mean, they would like to take out a small portion in the form of donation, or the user themselves could be able to send a sum of money as a donation to improve the situation of the community or society that is suffering uh, of specific kind of problems based on the SDGs. For the final things is about the coronavirus. Even though it's quite unrelatable to the SDG, however, Samsung also take an advantage of using this app to improve the life of people who has been in danger due to the spread of coronavirus. And from this point, people will be not only to have a chance to learn about the COVID-19, but also donate to the people or to the to different organization or community to improve their state of finance. So this is all of my part, and I would like to invite V for introducing the next part of her.
I will continue with Samsung's business strategy. First, its environmental analysis. I'm going to start with the Porter 5 Forces model. Porter's 5 Forces is a model that identifies and analyzes the 5 competitive forces that influence any sector and assist in determining the industry weaknesses and strengths. Samsung operates in a variety of areas, including home electronics, semiconductors, telecommunications, and digital media communications, resulting in a varied competitor portfolio. Apple, LG Electronics, Sony, Huawei, Lenovo, and Panasonic are among Samsung's main rivals. Samsung has been experiencing increased competition in every area in which it operates. Samsung competes in industries that have specific barriers for new rivals seeking to enter the market. First, the majority of Samsung's present business sectors are related to technology, especially semiconductor fabrication, which needs a significant initial financial investment. Second, Samsung quickly established a large manufacturing base system for its product lines, with massive facilities in China and Vietnam, employing thousands of employees. This allows the company to produce large quantities at a lower cost per unit, giving the company's product a cost advantage. After decades in business, the corporation has gained invaluable experience. When it comes to technology, the early adopters always have an advantage. And finally, access to large distribution channels is also a barrier for newcomers, as creating and maintaining such a large and complex system needs excellent supply chain management, negotiating power, reliability, and trust. Samsung has a large number of competitors, which implies its products can be changed or replaced at any time. Samsung has to be wary of Apple in the high-end market segment. In the mid-range segment, while the company still has a strong foothold in American and European markets, Samsung's phones are losing market share to China, in China to the local brands like Huawei, Oppo, Xiaomi, or Vivo, which these companies are rising fast with unique and affordable products. Samsung, because of its size, has a huge number of suppliers all around the world, resulting in a very similar, less unique, and low-cost switching experience. This enables Samsung to quickly change suppliers if their suppliers fail to meet their requirements. Samsung developed worker welfare, child labor, and sustainable requirements that these suppliers have to follow. Suppliers who fail to follow these requirements will be removed. And Samsung is also an example of vertically integrated integration. In terms of supplier power, the firm has a significant edge over its competitors because it supplies its own components. Due to the availability of several replacements from Samsung's many prominent competitors, Samsung's consumers have a relatively high total bargaining power. Because there are few visible variations in form and functionality across various product classes. Samsung's phones from low cost to mid-range to high-end all have alternatives from competitors seeking to steal market share from the company. Furthermore, after nearly 2 years being negatively impacted by the pandemic, most consumers are becoming more price sensitive, making it easier for the firm to lose clients, to lose customers if it does not have proper pricing strategies. SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a framework used to evaluate a company's competitive position and to develop a strategic planning. This is the summary of Samsung's SWOT analysis. First, strengths. Strong brand image. Samsung has established a global brand image over the course of nearly a century. When compared to the world's top brands, Koreans are proud of their Samsung. Forbes magazine listed Samsung as the world's 8th most valuable brand in 2020. Customers will be more familiar with the company as a result of its high brand value, making it easier for the company to approach their customers. Strong dominance in smartphone manufacturing. Samsung is a success in every aspect of its company, but the smartphone category is the most profitable. Samsung has an 18.8% market share worldwide in the second quarter of 2021. China, India, the United States, and European countries are Samsung's most important mobile phone markets. Global availability of their products. Anywhere in the world, one can easily come across a Samsung product. Samsung was creating electronic products in 74 countries with the help of 230 global bases and nearly 300,000 people, and shipping them to every part of the world, even during the pandemic, when thousands of other enterprises were struggling to survive. Strategic partners. IBM, Microsoft, and Cisco are among Samsung's strategic partners. One of the secrets of Samsung's success, according to the company, is selecting and cultivating long-term partnerships with the appropriate strategic experts. They work with industry experts to swiftly deliver world-class solutions to their consumers. Research and development. Samsung has always invested substantially in R&D to preserve its position as the leading electronic maker in the world and to provide consumers with the finest products and the best experience. Samsung Research, which employs around 10,000 people in overseas R&D sites, is responsible for the creation of future innovations for Samsung's goods and services. Samsung Electronics spent around $18.6 billion on R&D last year, up about $1 billion from the previous year, according to its annual financial report. Product diversity. Samsung is not only known for household electronics, but also for semiconductor components, LCD panels, memory, and communications infrastructure. instead of being limited to a few regions. This helped Samsung to expand its brand recognition and market across the globe. Um, and yeah, businesses, regardless of sector or size, have weaknesses that must be identified or eliminated in order to ensure long-term success, and Samsung is no exception. Samsung actually is big and diverse. The group's diversified business portfolio is both a strength and weaknesses. It's a huge difficulty to run such a vast company with so many divisions, despite the fact that the market's requirements and variety are unlimited. The company's resources and cash and also human resources are limited. A little blunder in any strategic choice might cost the company dearly. Conservative leadership. Despite being the world's largest electronic producer, Samsung is a Korean company with a Korean board of directors. The corporation's corporate governance is influenced by Asian culture, which is conservative in comparison to the dynamic globalized societies. Samsung has always been at the forefront of technological innovation, but it appears that it has yet to fully realize its potential in terms of governance, adaptation to quickly changing customer behavior and branding. Over-reliance on the American market. Samsung is largely reliant on the American market despite efforts to diversify its goods, resources, and market. Despite the fact that the United States remains the most popular destination for international businesses, the present economy of US is volatile. The US government has implemented a number of measures in recent years that have impeded the exchange and trade relationship between the US and major European and Asian economies, particularly China. There's no guarantee that Samsung won't be the next company to suffer as a result of these policies. Profit drop. Prior to the pandemic, Samsung's income dropped, particularly in the smartphone market, due to the unsafety in some Samsung Galaxy's phone. At the same time, several of Samsung's washing machines and refrigerators caught fire, causing customers to be concerned about their product safety, and leads to a reduction in income. And finally, high price. Samsung has traditionally put a lot of money into R&D and marketing, which has resulted in higher product pricing. Samsung's money is also cycled across sectors due to its multi-industry business portfolio. Instead of reinvesting in phone research and development like most of its competitors are doing, profits from smartphones might be used to build up semiconductor or home electronics production instead. Opportunity. Well, external factors like opportunities and threats, in addition to internal factors like strengths and weaknesses, are very important to the existence and prosperity of any company. Samsung's first opportunity is new market. The pandemic appears to be unparalleled tragedy in Samsung's history. Apart from the negative consequences, this circumstance offers Samsung with several once-in-a-lifetime possibilities. Almost all Samsung goods saw a substantial rise in demand. People are working, studying, and entertaining at home, which is driving up demand for cell phones, computers, air conditioners, refrigerators, and televisions. Business diversification. According to one theory, Samsung's aim is for Koreans to live in high-end apartments, attend school, and receive medical care as Samsung built hospitals and schools, and use smartphones, tablets, and home electronics Samsung manufactured, or even go on holiday and shopping at Samsung's hotels and shopping centers. Samsung is generally constructing complete ecosystem that caters to its customers' most basic to most luxurious demands. If Samsung really diversifies its business, people will be more interested in and confident in using its products as well as investing in the company. And finally, innovation. Samsung has always invested heavily in R&D and take hiring talents seriously. These initiatives have resulted in a technical edge over its competitors. Samsung can easily defeat other manufacturers if a trend can be created and quality can be improved. Lastly, threats. Samsung is a real empire, but it is not immune to the devastating impact of the pandemic. The more complicated and the bigger a company's supply chain is, the more vulnerable it is to any changes. Samsung may have unique opportunities brought by the pandemic, but its production, distribution, and purchasing have all been impacted. As a result, Samsung business strategies have changed a lot. Strong competitors. Apple is no longer Samsung's only strong competitor. Apple's marketing approach tries to make a larger impact on the market than Samsung's, despite the fact that it does not supply cheaper devices than Samsung. And on the other hand, instead of just focusing on creating smartphones and competing directly with Samsung, many of its other competitors like Huawei and Xiaomi are trying to develop diversified technological ecosystems. These new companies are making and selling smartphones for a fraction of the cost of Samsung, which may create concern for the company. And finally, scandal. Not only the company has not only been criticized for its dangerous, its unsafe product, but several members of its board of directors have also been accused of several unethical practices. The head of Samsung was sentenced to jail for allegedly bribing the government. Samsung has been led by members of the Lee family since its foundation. This has a direct detrimental impact on the company reputation. As a result, the corporation's chairman has stated that he will not hand over the leading position to his children.
Now moving to competitor analysis. So as you can see on the screen about the market share of mobile vendors in Vietnam in 2021, Apple was the leader and ranked second is Samsung and followed by Oppo, Xiaomi, Vivo and Huawei. So now we will moving to analyze deeper on in each competitor of Samsung. So the first is about Apple. The competition between Apple and Samsung is a competition between iPhones with the iOS operating system and the Galaxy running by Android. So the strength of Apple. The first strength is fast software updates for many years. Indeed, the software updates of Apple last 5 to 6 years, while the software updates of Samsung just 2 to 3 years. And besides better app selection in Apple App Store and better security and privacy, also the competitive advantage of Apple compared to Samsung. About weaknesses, the main weakness of Apple is the price. Apple iPhones are frequently several times more expensive than their competitor from another companies. So therefore, low-income segment cannot afford for the Apple products. So the company lose significant market share and cannot compete to the brand from China and Samsung in the low and middle income segment due to its only focus on the high income customer. Besides, Apple do not support for software, hardware, and technology that making them incompatible with other device. So therefore, the customer have to exclusive purchase Apple apps and accessory to continue using their Apple products. So it's a reason why we tell that with iOS device, Apple choices are your only choices. So next about Oppo. One in the strengths of Oppo is camera innovation. It is the first brand to start the era of selfie beautification. Um, and besides, um, um, the affordable price of Oppo phones are also the factor that attract customers in Vietnam. And plus, with the efficient marketing of using celebrity to brand representative. Also, the strategy that pushed sell quickly of Oppo. However, it's hard for Oppo to differentiate its product from competitors in the market because they have not clear differentiation. And moreover, um, the quality of Oppo products is seen as poor compared to the price it put. Therefore, the customer um, less trust to the brand. Um, so it is about the Oppo. So for the next three other Chinese brands is Xiaomi, Vivo, and Huawei. About Xiaomi, the strength of Xiaomi is a high quality at affordable price, but there are not many outstanding new features. So it can be said that the only competitive advantage of Xiaomi in Vietnam market is the price. About Vivo, the main strength of Vivo is that it can offer various models um, in different price, but still keeping its affordable image intact. However, it's seen as similar to its parent brand of Oppo, so it does not have high brand awareness from customer. And the last one is Huawei. Um, um, with the lack of product portfolio, technology innovation, and customer value, uh, um, is a strength of Huawei. But the competitive pricing is its main strength that made the company accomplish popularity and grow faster. But Huawei has lacked capital, so it lacked uh, marketing for the brand. So as a result, it does not have the strong brand, and indeed that's a great weakness of Huawei. So about Samsung television and home appliance. So LG Electronic is the main competitor in this sector of Samsung. LG Electronic is a Korean-based global brand in the field of consumer electronics, home appliance, and mobile communication. Every year, both Samsung and LG also launch TV lines with new features like expansive screen that create a more immersive viewing experiences. A smart TV easily connect to you to online streaming videos, games, music, etc., and including QLED TVs and OLED TV. Um, so it's all about the competitive analysis. So next about strategic alternative. We based on border generic strategy to formulate three strategy there are cost leadership, differentiation, and focus strategy. So for the first strategy, cost leadership, um, if Samsung use this strategy, Samsung will provide phones products with the lower price compared to its competitor for customers who are price sensitive by making their business process and procedure um, to be the lowest in terms of the cost, production cost. So with the strategy can help Samsung get the more profit from large customer in the segment of mid-income, middle income, and low income. However, when we when decreasing the price a lot, the customer will be concerned about the volatility. So to pursue that strategy successfully, the company will be ensure that have the sustainable capital. And another disadvantage of this strategy is that the company, the technique that company is using may be copied quickly by competitor. So next about the second strategy differentiation. By this strategy, Samsung will charge the premium price on its product, and this strategy also enables Samsung to compete in different ways than the price, such as promotion, innovation, feature, or quality. And because of uniqueness, therefore, the product of Samsung will be recognized easily and more likely to be chosen among a lot of products of competitors. However, if there are too much differentiation, surely that the price will be increased to the extent that the customer cannot reach and cannot and do not need. And another disadvantage of this strategy is that um, there is nothing guarantee that the value will be full by customer. So the last strategy, the focus strategy, this strategy enable Samsung give the better satisfaction for customer and also easily gain the loyalty and reputation from customer. But because uh, this strategy enables Samsung just focus on uh, a narrow market, so the profit also can be small, and that also result in narrowing the products. So it's about three strategy. Um, and then after considering clearly three strategy, we decide to combine cost leadership and differentiation strategy. And the reason why I don't choose focus strategy is Vietnam is a big market and the company does not focus on the narrow group of customers. So um, we don't um, it is reason why we don't choose the focus strategy. About the cost leadership and differentiation strategy. Firstly, about cost leadership, Vietnam people per capita income is around 4 million Vietnam dong per month. That's still then at lower level compared to other countries in the world. So plus in the Vietnam market, there has already cheap brands in the same industry in the market. So to compete with competitor, uh, Samsung have to use cost leadership to provide to the market products at a lower price than existing competitor to target to the large segment of low and middle income in Vietnam. And about differentiation, um,
we decide to combine cost leadership with differentiation strategy is because this strategy will enable Samsung to operate in with the vision um, in with the vision of the company. It means that innovation will be the main competitive advantage of the company. Besides, the company will also focus on building a differentiated image and create a unique identity in market through marketing and promotion. And by this way, of this strategy, the company will be able to expand its market into high income segment. So after selecting strategy the company will implement, we also analyze and predict some reaction of competitor for the implement of strategy will be more likely to success. So uh, one of the reaction that we can guess easily is that the competitor will be also begin to lower their product price, and to appeal and maintain their customer. However, they can do not they cannot do it for a long term because we believe that um, Samsung products provide customer more value than only affordable price. That are the quality, the customer service, which are always come accompany in each company products. Besides, if competitors choose the way to cut down the price, Samsung um, will put other values of innovation because the company that's not among the leader investor in research and development in the entire industry. In however, the current situation, um, however, currently the level of competition in the smartphone as well as the home appliance industry has grown too high. Therefore, to maintain its competitive advantage, Samsung have to ensure that they have a lot some investment each year in R&D. So it's all about my part. Soon will be in charge next.
Hello, Professor. The next part of our group presentations is about the key functional strategies, and I will take responsible for the marketing. In the marketing mix, we have 4P, products, promotions, price, and place. The first part is about the products. In this part, I will show down the Samsung main products line will be sold in Vietnam and what features that Samsung will develop in the future. The first product should be taken into the consideration a Samsung smartphone. Samsung currently offers varieties of smartphone line in the Vietnam market, and with a wide range of prices. They are Galaxy Yes, Galaxy S, Galaxy Note, Galaxy A, Galaxy M lines. However, in the next 5 years, Samsung will mainly develop the Galaxy A line of the mid-range price segment, covering from 3 million Vietnam dong to around 11 million Vietnam dong. This is because the average monthly income per capita in Vietnam is still not high. In 2020, it is just around 4.2 million Vietnam dong, and it is projected to increase slightly into 7 or to 8 million Vietnam dong for the next 5 years, according to the Statista. However, to make the smartphone become more unique and attract more customers, Samsung will develop some new features. The explosive growth of social network is increasing the demand for people to share their image and video. As a result, Samsung will invest in research and develop a product line with exceptional camera features such as high resolutions, wide-angle camera, and night photography. These features will make Samsung become more competitive compared to other competitors in the smartphone market. The next product is a smart home. The need to use technology and smartphone for study and work has grown significantly, and Vietnamese people living conditions are improving, and they are become busier and busier. So they tend to use more intelligent and automatic devices. To know this trend and to meet this demand, Samsung will release the SmartThings Home Monitoring Kit, which allow users to transfer the data from their mobile phone to the smart home devices. This application acts like interconnections and automations and management of smart devices. For example, it will monitor home security with the app on the mobile phone, or remotely managing the refrigerator and microwave oven, as well as turning on and off the household appliances such as lights, air conditions, washers, TV, or the Wi-Fi also. These devices, this kit will make people become more smarter, become more convenient, become smarter, and they will have a lot of time to do another thing. And another significant observation is that Vietnamese people are becoming increasingly concerned about their health and their convenient life. They tend to be fitness and it's clean, it's a healthy food. Therefore, Samsung will launch some products or kitchen applications for the people who want to make their healthy food or their it's clean food, such as oil-free fryers, which can make the food without using any oil, or the healthy noodle meal making machines. Another product Samsung will develop in the Vietnam market is the robot vacuum addition into acid vacuum cleanser. The robot vacuum that can be controlled via the mobile phone with the app on the smartphone, so people don't need to spend time to clean their house, and they can save their time to do another stuff or do their job or just have the time with their family. And the last service that Samsung will focus to develop in Vietnam markets is Samsung Pay. Because the COVID-19 pandemic has changed the Vietnamese people's habit of using cash, it's now through electronic wallet applications. So Samsung will strengthen this feature so that users can easily pay for their service shopping needs just through their mobile phone. The next part in the marketing mix is about the price. One of the Samsung advantage in Vietnam market is competitive pricing. While some Chinese phone companies such as Realme and Vivo focus on the low-cost segment, which under 4 million Vietnam dong. Oppo and Xiaomi on the mid-range segment with prices ranging from 5 million to 7 million Vietnam dong, and Oppo on the high-end products with product costing more than 15 billion Vietnam dong. Samsung almost covered all price segments for the Vietnamese smartphone market. However, in order to gain the competitive advantage, Samsung will launch and focus on the sub-premium smartphone line. The sub-premium smartphone line will stay between the mid-range and high-end segment, with price ranging from 9 million to 13 million Vietnam dong. In addition, to compete with the powerful Chinese rivals such as Huawei and Apple, Samsung must upgrade a new features. For example, the sub-premium phones include a few superior features such as high-quality camera, unique color, or configurations appearance. This allows Samsung to easily reach a wide range of users, making it suitable for many industries as well as the purpose of customer using smartphone and significantly increasing sales. And moreover, Samsung launched a device in various price segments, provide users with a variety of options from price to features, so that customers can choose which product to buy based on their financial situation as well as their own requirement. Another strategy increase is the screaming pricing strategies. So when Samsung introduced a new product with innovative and revolutionary features, the price is raised. However, if another competitor launches a smartphone with identical features, Samsung will reduce the price to prevent the market share loss due to the emergence of a competitor. For example, as you can see from the screen, I have an example about Samsung Galaxy A5 II. When it's launched, it has the price over 10 million Vietnam dong. However, by the time Samsung reduced this price into just nearly 9 million Vietnam dong to keep the market share. The next part of the marketing mix is about the promotions. For advertising, because this strategy is focused on sub-premium smartphone, Samsung main customers are between 18 to 35 years old and middle income office. The first way to promote our products is on the TV. Despite the fact that the number of Vietnamese people watching TV is decreasing as a result of the growth of social networks, it remains an extremely effective advertising tool. Samsung will concentrate on advertising products on programs that have a large audience, such as the football matches of Vietnamese team and the hot news program, with people always tend to listen to hear to know what the breaking news of the day. In addition, to attract customers in this customer base, Samsung would sponsor humorous entertainment program with the participations of well-known like comedians. Another way to promote the product is the social media. People's favorite entertainment trend, according to the French Vietnam, is content on the social networks. So Samsung chose to approach the target audience through these channels such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or Yellow. In particular, YouTube is the primary channel with which many young people interact to find the content related to entertainment, discovery, and information search. Samsung will cooperate with many YouTube influencers to increase the customer awareness of their products. In addition, Samsung runs some event-driven advertising campaigns at Samsung location and distribution across the country and use the celebrity image to increase the attractions and influence of their products. To capitalize on celebrities' massive fan base, the brand has invited several the celebrities to serve as a brand ambassador and promote the products. Or on the highway, billboard sign and large poster are displayed. Furthermore, Samsung provides numerous enticing customer incentives. For instance, like 0% interest installment payment, gift voucher and discount, some electronics accessory gifts such as chargers, headphones, bags, and so on. And another method is about the sponsorship. It is an important activity that can help the company reputation in the Vietnamese markets. Samsung has built a Samsung Hub, a school in province of Quảng Ninh and Thái Nguyên with the goal of providing poor and disadvantaged children with access to excellent educational program. Furthermore, Samsung sponsors the construction of classroom and practice room, or we call Samsung Lab at Vietnamese University. Right now, there are nearly 10 Samsung Lab over the Vietnamese university around the Vietnam. All the activity will help Samsung improve its image and brings it closer to the public. Moreover, Samsung will open more experience stores in a major city throughout Vietnam, including Da Nang, Cần Thơ, Vũng Tàu, and so on. These stores are designed and operate to meet space, comfort, and design and product layout display requirements. And the customer will be able to enjoy the most comprehensive, convenient, and top-notch experience in comfortable space with global standard service. The last part is about the place. Samsung is present in the market through a variety of channels. It sells through 3 main channels: direct selling, wholesale, and retail via e-commerce. In terms of direct sales, Samsung will open its own store in a major city and thriving province across the country, including Quảng Ngãi, Tam Kỳ, Đắk Lắk, and others, in order to reach the potential customer and promote the brand. For the wholesale agents, Samsung currently works with many stores, including Thế giới di động, Điện máy xanh, Viettel Store, or FPT Shop. They are stores that are well known and well liked by a large number of customers. And Samsung will provide incentive package to the dealer in order to increase the engagement. Through our agents, we will bring information about our products to the customer more effectively, thereby helping increase sales. Last but not least is about the retail via the e-commerce. People are increasingly shopping online and on the e-commerce sites such as Shopee, Lazada, Tiki, or Sang Đỏ. As a result, Samsung will expand its retail presence on the potential e-commerce platform. Along with promoting new products, Samsung may offer discount or gift to the customer who make purchase on these commerce sites. And the next part will be present by Hải.
So it's Hai Phan today will be in charge of the rest of the presentation. So I will start with the operation stuff. Regarding the manufacturing plants, there are totally 6 of them, and they are located in Thái Nguyên, Ho Chi Minh City, and also Bắc Ninh Province. Besides, there is a Samsung Vietnam Mobile R&D center situated in Hanoi. And besides, despite the severe impacts of the COVID-19 global pandemic, Samsung's overall productions still achieve many positive outputs, and with certainly a high market demand in the brand new products like the Galaxy G20, Z Flip, or the next generation, Samsung intended to expand its manufacturing in the northern of Vietnam, to be exact, it is Bắc Ninh, to enhance its manufacturing capacity for the foldable device this year. So in order to ensure the success of the strategy, the manufacturing departments must guarantee to produce excellent quality products with the lowest cost. So as a consultant, we should take the below factors into consideration. So the most important one is, I think, the R&D department. So in order to update, apply the most recent and also the cutting-edge technology to optimize the production, followed by logistics, without having a tight and optimal distribution network between the distribution center and the stores. I think it would be totally time-consuming for the delivery process. And if we use the clinical assembly for the simple status of the smartphone processing, it could help improve the efficiency and also the labor cost. They also help reduce the downtime as well as optimize the uptime. The last one is take full use of the information technology. So we can take the example and we can learn from Walmart with the retailing application to control the level of inventory. So another one is human resources management. I will talk about it. So as our company, we need a dynamic and highly skilled employee that can fulfill Samsung mission statements. So as you can see from the screen over here, like we commit our expertise and also technology to develop a great product and service that helps the world to be a better place. In terms of the working environment, we aim to create a work environment that is diverse, multicultural, and collaborative. We also have an anti-discrimination policy that can ensure all of our workers can receive the fair opportunities. And besides, as you can see from the screen over here, this is the chart about Samsung human resources management. So to promote H&R and encourage the employee growth, we use a well-organized structure with the specialized divisions for each purpose. Our H&R department is divided into the specialized groups that focus on training, organizational capabilities, and also creative culture. People are the most important factors, and therefore we always take the special care for our training programs and labor development with the goal that each employee not only has the expertise but also have a wide knowledge of the culture and also the society. So we provide with many training programs that were appropriate for our employees around the world with the three main pillars. The first one is the core program, the second one is the leadership program, and the last one is the expertise program. Besides, we give the work based on the performance-based philosophy, and our talented employees can focus on their work and obtain the better results thanks to our fair evaluation and also the reward system. The next one is about corporate social responsibility. So CSR in branding, promoting goods and increasing profits. So being socially doesn't just make Samsung look and feel good, it also makes a good business sense over here. So the policies that have the world to be a better place have the potential to push the company revenues and also increase the customer satisfaction, right? So I will take example from the 2020 on the CSR until the COVID-19 crisis. So as we know, like 2020 was such a challenging year for all type of business. So as a result, this was also the suitable time for the enterprises to act accordingly. So our company was the exception. So with the purpose of overcoming the COVID-19 pandemic, we brought the employees' health and safety as our first priority. And the chairman of Samsung once said in the report that COVID-19 served as an important reminder of the lesson that without the harmonious cooperation with the society and with the environment, no enterprises can be sustainable, right? And this is a roadmap for consolidating CSR management systems. In 2020, we established a corporate level management system, and then for the next 2 years, this year and the following year, we upgrade the level of operation, and in the future, we reach a level of global leader. As stated in the CSR vision, Together for Tomorrow, enabling people, we have concentrated in many different areas such as the environment, our employees, digital responsibility, empowering our communities, sustainable supply chain, and also sustainable foundation. So I will take the two most outstanding examples from the 6 of them. So I will choose the environment, so illustrates my point of view. So we follow the green management philosophy, producing and providing eco-friendly products to help people around the world to have a cleaner future, to live a cleaner future. So in terms of empowering communities, we actively participate in our dedication to corporate social responsibility, and we embrace our responsibility to strengthen the life of the local communities and work toward a better future for everyone. Currently, Samsung smartphone lines are preferred in Vietnamese market, especially after the manufacturing transfer from Tianjin, China to Vietnam at the end of last year. So as mentioned earlier, there is a high demand for the latest Samsung models such as the Z Flip generation and so on. So let's look at the financial summary. According to the Samsung financial statement in the Wall Street Journal, so there is a tendency to increase over the last 5 years. From 2016 to 2017, it increased by 18.68%. For the 2018, it continued to increase by 1.75%. However, the sales growth in the 2019 was dropped because of the global pandemic crisis. So, however, for the next year, 2020, it continued to increase by 2.78%. So, according to the current trend of the Samsung product use, and we also forecast that the growth rate in the 2021 will be 7%, and it will be remain the same for the next 5 years. So this is the financial summary that I have forecast from 2022 to 2026. To sum up, as an external consultant for Samsung, we have studied many methods to achieve successful strategies in the next 5 years. Our strategy is realistic because cost is one of the most significant aspects that any firms try to control and also minimize. Therefore, we will make the best use of the company's resources, not only in the manufacturing process, but also in any business activities. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you so much for paying attention.